Folks, we're here, we're live. The Super Brothers Wrestling Podcast, the only wrestling podcast you can find online in the world pertaining and relevant to issues to wrestling fans, wrestling companies, and wrestlers alike. No other show that you can find online does this. So don't even try to look. There's no point. The Super Brothers Wrestling Podcast is the only one. It's also hosted by myself, Cameron Osborne, and my co-host, Mike the Shoot Shepherd. Mike, you're singing the song of fanfare.
Yes, that's what I was going for. Some royal fanfare.
Some royal fanfare, which to me sounds like this. We got a big show coming up.
Oh yes, it's for a lot of people. This is where things kick off. This, wrestling doesn't have seasons, but this is when we're getting close. This is the playoff push. Who's gonna make it?
The road to WrestleMania, I think, is what you're implying.
Yes, pretty much.
Yes, exactly. Is the Rumble the first step? I like to think the Raw after WrestleMania is the start of the road to WrestleMania. But hey, I'm a long con kind of guy.
Yeah,
right. I may see things. I may see things a little too far in the future. But that is right. It is Royal Rumble weekend.
Vince McMahon does not see things that far in the future. So.
Vince McMahon does not see things that far in the future. I'm thinking we're like 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah. We're less than 2 weeks away. We are 2 days away from the Royal Rumble.
2 days away from the Royal Rumble, of course. We got shows. We got go home shows coming up. Of course, there's a Worlds Collide pay-per-view the night before, and we've got the Wednesday Night War. So it's a big show. But Let's kick it off a little bit this week with some news around the ring. Around the ring, 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 around the ring. I really got to redo that theme song. It's pretty bad.
What? What's bad about it?
I don't know. I think I could do better.
Okay.
It's more
the
of
concept and everything. I like it.
Fantastic concept, but maybe we're gonna work on.
Maybe we can use my talk box on it one day. We can.
Exactly. Yeah, we can work just on the real execution of the matter is what we got to get to. But let's not hesitate for any further. Let's not criticize. Well, we can criticize ourselves if nothing
I'm not
else.
criticizing Daft Punk. That's for damn sure.
That's for goddamn sure. If you criticize Daft Punk, you can get out.
Yeah.
Get. First little tidbit of news, though. Yeah, not exactly brand new news, but I think everything has been said now that the Marty Scurll question has finally been answered.
Oh yes, of course.
And I think it was just like maybe not too long ago. I think, but like since we recorded last, it was revealed that he re-upped his contract with Ring of Honor.
Yeah, we kind of thought, okay, he's doing some things, he's finishing up some business over there, and then he's going to come to AEW, but doesn't appear to be that way.
Does not appear to be that way. Uncle Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Radio, you all know who he is, folks.
Yeah.
He's our direct source to AC Dirt.
Unky Dave, we call him.
That's what I call him sometimes off mic. He reported he went back to Ring of Honor, although no contract details have been revealed. He did say he is making WWE money.
Wow.
Possibly the largest contract ever in Ring of Honor's history.
But, WWE money, that could mean the lowest of the low, right?
I think in this case it means like, an average of an average. Yes, possibly. Yeah. Oh, certainly 6 figures, if nothing else.
That seems like a shitload for Ring of Honor.
Seems like a shitload for Ring of Honor. That's not it though, because it is also being reported and confirmed and all those sorts of things that along with working for the company, he is officially taking charge of Ring of Honor's lead booker.
Oh, So he's got a big piece of the pie now.
Big piece of the pie now over at Ring of Honor. He's going to be their star. He's going to be booking the whole thing. Of course, Ring of Honor still lets...
turning into Hogan.
Exactly.
He's going to be the Hogan.
Dangerous. That's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know.
His contract with Ring of Honor still lets him wrestle other promotions in the indies, like NWA, where he popped up again last week. You need to watch that, man. You need to watch one episode of that show. I
see highlights.
It's oddly entertaining.
It doesn't look, like the wrestling and stuff looks good.
It's fine. Yeah, I love this.
But it does look very low. Like it's in HD, but still it looks very low key.
And it looks
NXT
like it was
has a small crowd, but it still feels. I don't know.
Yeah, and
I heard they're doing.
It feels like it's happening in 1982.
Yeah,
I
heard they're
sweet.
Maybe they already did it. Are they doing like a TNA throwback episode or something? They're bringing back the TNA branding for a day. I heard something.
I didn't hear about that. I watched last week's episode and I didn't see that.
Well,
but then again, I could be wrong. I don't really know what TNA branding. Oh, I know what it looks like or whatever. But
yeah. Oh wait, no, that's Impact.
That would be
getting my
Impact.
brands mixed up. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
That was whoops. Continue with yes, the NWA Power. I completely got derailed.
Yeah, NWA Power, dude. It's a quick, easy watch. It's edited, so like there's no fat on it. It's just the stuff they want you to see.
Yeah.
If you ever want to head down to Atlanta for a weekend, we can stay at my cousin Dave's house. We can go to a taping of NWA Power, and we can have a great time.
All right, we'll keep that on the radar.
That's all I'm saying with the radar. Next up in the big news stuff, I don't know if you hear about this, but it is being reported that NXT will be making changes to the official title of the NXT Women's Championship, and the one that's currently held by Rhea Ripley, and there's a chance they just changed the name to the NXT Championship, removing the women's title from that.
Yeah.
Although nothing's been confirmed, again, reported by Uncle Dave.
How does the UFC do it? Do they call it the women's lightweight title, or is it just the lightweight?
That's a good question. I wonder. So your guess is that they would be going towards like a different fighting style kind of thing.
Well, I'm just wondering because, I get it. They don't call it the men's heavyweight championship. It's just the world championship or whatever. I don't know. I can see where there can be confusion, though, if it's two titles with identical names. Like if Rhea Ripley's the NXT champion and Adam Cole's the NXT champion. Even though we all know which title's which. I don't know. But yeah, if UFC does it that way, then it makes sense that it's just the same thing. But
it's just the same thing. Yeah, I'm trying to look right here. Now YouTube calls them all, like the women's featherweight championship, the women's flyweight championship. But yeah, maybe they would say, the men's heavyweight. I don't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, yeah, it's
I'm up for it, sure.
Yeah, I'm fine. Like it really
Why the hell not
affect me that much?
Because I guess it would be it sort of seems like if you make a decision like that, then you're deciding what. Because let's get to our third and final piece of news. We're just gonna brush up with Tessa.
Well, I might have a piece or two as well.
Okay, well I'm gonna be my last piece.
Your piece.
And then we'll see what's
Cam's
going on.
Corner.
And then we can get to your precious SmackDown.
Well, that's okay.
we can get to SmackDown. Don't worry.
Don't worry, I'm not.
What was I going to say? Oh yes, that is right. Tessa Blanchard.
Oh yeah.
Tessa Blanchard defeated Sami Callihan to become the Impact World Heavyweight Champion. This is huge.
Yeah, it was pretty. She's been getting a big push there this past year. She's there was a bit of controversy surrounding her. Surrounding
this woman.
Yeah. I mean, I just know bits and pieces. I don't know a whole lot about the deep story, so.
Nobody knows exactly what's going on. Tessa Blanchard tweets out at one point last week, "Hey, women, try supporting one another. Cool things happen." And a quick response to that, Allison Kay, better known as Sienna, whoever the fuck that is, responded by saying, "Remember when you spat in a black woman's face and called her the N-word in Japan? The audacity of this tweet." Who the heck knows? Chelsea Green also hopped in, saying that Blanchard was always putting down, bullying, and belittling female coworkers. This is weird.
Yeah, this all came out before the pay-per-view and the title change and all that, so it didn't affect their plans or anything. But I guess a bit of a cloud over it.
This is a little odd. Without getting into that, the toxic male-dominated world of whether or not intergender wrestling should be happening. Without getting into that, it is weird that it's going around such a big moment for her. Tommy Dreamer doesn't believe it. I'll tell you that much. Tommy Dreamer, everybody's favorite, all-around nice guy, said that Tessa Blanchard is a wonderfully kind woman, and I do not believe she is a racist. So I guess the question is, do we believe Tommy Dreamer is a racist? Because if that's the case,
Well,
then
he didn't say that he doesn't believe this incident didn't happen.
that's a good
He
point.
doesn't believe she's
He
a
just
racist.
says, I don't believe she's a racist.
Yeah.
It's a big mess, though, unfortunately. So it's actually forced Tessa Blanchard out of a couple of her indie dates coming up, including Battle World 88 at the end of the month.
Huh.
So who knows?
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Speaking of staying tuned, not a big surprise, but of course, AEW was signed to a new TV deal through the year 2023. So their Wednesday Night War will continue at least another 3 years or so.
3 more years. On which channel? Still with TNT.
Of course.
Oh, so they just re-upped with...
Yeah, they're like, we like what you're doing. Let's give you another contract. Give you some more money. So
Money.
things are looking good.
Perfect.
And then, of course, my final piece of news here. With the Royal Rumble coming up, of course, we have the Women's Rumble and the Men's Rumble. One woman who's been sorely missing from the roster, Ember Moon. Remember, she was injured last year, and then she came back briefly, and then she kind of disappeared again. And then she revealed that she's dealing with a torn Achilles, much like Xavier Woods. But the worst part...
And Kevin Durant.
And KD, yeah.
Yeah.
But the worst part is how she got the injury. Because, so she was hurt. She came back. And then, you remember Carmella briefly won the 24/7 title. And then Ember Moon was out there for one of those gaggle chases. And that was where she fucking...
No
planted her
way.
foot. Yeah,
On a
so on that
fucking
stupid
24/7
good for nothing
seg?
gaggle chase.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
After being back for like a week or two or something? I don't know. So I don't expect to see her in the Rumble.
No, certainly
yeah,
not.
that's
Well,
too bad.
Achilles is one of those more difficult injuries to recover, that they say.
Yeah, that's like a year or so. It's just tough. But we're rooting for you, Ember.
Of course. You know,
Maybe
you
she'll
can
pull a John Cena and just like recover in 3 months and be back.
You're gonna go full, maybe, but probably not. Probably not. Well, that's all the news we got.
Yeah,
That's all.
unless we receive something breaking during the broadcast.
Yes, exactly. Unless we refresh Twitter to see like something huge, like Titan Tower blows up.
Yeah,
We will report that if the second Titan Tower explodes.
Braun Strowman flipped it over.
Yeah, Braun Strowman destroys building. We will be sure to report that, but until then, let's get on with our wrestling week. Mike, how do we normally start it off? How do we kick it off? I want to hear you kick it off.
Well, we don't always kick it off the same way, so it's hard to say what you're trying to get from me here, but we got to do the SmackDown scoop.
Okay, folks, it's Friday night. It's time for SmackDown Live. It used to be on Tuesday, but then I think it was on Friday before, though. No, wait. They used to film it on a Thursday and then release it. It's just SmackDown Live. Okay, okay. Guys, okay, we're doing the SmackDown scoop. I like that.
Just a quick little thing.
Just a little one
of
scooper.
Course, we've had like 4 returns on SmackDown these past couple of weeks because Kane came back once again. Not Mayor Kane. He was full on demon. He had his mask and everything. So, yeah, he was there. He helped Daniel Bryan with some shit, and there you go. Kane's back. He'll probably be in the Rumble.
Maybe. I think there's only like 10 spots left or something.
Yeah, so we'll see.
5 spots left as of right now.
Running low.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have someone else than Kane. So
of course,
better surprise. But Kane's back, and then backstage, Caleb Braxton interviews Daniel Bryan, and he challenges the Fiend to make their title match a strap match, a good old school gimmick, where they basically just tie their wrists together and they're linked together, and that's like some good old 70s, 80s.
Something fun and something the American Dragon can pull off.
Oh yeah. I'm sure he'll have some fun stuff going on with this match.
Agreed.
Yeah, who else is here? Of course, the hot storyline. Mandy and Otis saga continues. We have backstage Sonya's talking to Mandy, and she's like, "Hey man, 2020, Fire and Desire, baby. This is our year." And then she asks Mandy if Otis can come ringside for her match. So Mandy's like, "Why?" So Sonya's like, "No. Remember last week? I was confused at first, but then Otis, yeah." Otis, man, I get it. So of course she means the distraction, which later on Sonya fights Alexa Bliss. Otis is out there. At one point, Mandy's on the apron. She gets knocked off. Otis catches her in his arms, and they smile at each other. And he does that cunnilingus lizard flip again. So that thing. But it backfired as Bliss rolls up DeVille and gets the 3 counts. So there you go. But that story, that Otis Mandy shit, I'm loving it.
It's way better than the romance angle on Raw. I'll give you that.
Yeah. Well, everyone's rooting for Otis. Everyone loves Otis.
100%. And this is a very nice way of nobody's being used, nobody's being made fun of, no one's being treated inappropriately.
Yeah.
It's just a couple nice people falling in love.
Yes, it's very
in
wholesome.
front of our eyes.
So shoot meter. I'm putting my Mandy and Sonya stuff on the side now, of course, for this. But when do we see the Otis Mandy on-screen kiss?
Because we're definitely gonna see it.
It's got to be inevitable. It's
gonna be, and even if it's just gonna be one, and then we can move on. We just want to see it.
The crowd pops big, just woo!
It's gonna be pop of the year.
He'll do his little hip thrust after. He'll be all jacked
Does
up.
his little caterpillar.
Yeah. But yeah, man. That's gonna happen.
Yeah, let's give it a couple more weeks. It's happening. And I hope it happens like in the ring and not in a backstage segment.
Yeah, it's got to be in front of the live.
It has to be in front of the live audience because we're invested at this point.
Yeah. I guess one last thing. Roman Reigns, Robert Roode had a tables match. And then at the end, Roman changes their match against Corbin to a false count anywhere. So just another stip.
They can happen anywhere. When we're at Minute Maid Park here, we're the home of the Houston Astros.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. Baseball.
Yeah, of course.
Minute Maid Park. Was that the one that used to have the flagpole in the field?
I don't know. It's the one where all the cheating happens. So
yeah, that's fair.
So that's how I know that particular park. And it's got the little the ground kind of elevates at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that means a fall can happen in the ring, or it can happen in left field.
That's true.
It can happen in
a dugout.
It can happen in the dugout if you want it to. It could happen directly beside the cameras they used to cheat. Like there could be like a little camera set up that no one's behind, but a little sign that says like sign stealing cam. Like a quick little call out, like haha, and then then we move on.
Might, I'm sure there'll probably be some
I hope
cheating. Maybe Elias. I guess Elias is a babyface now. He can't do that.
Oh fuck.
Maybe for one night.
Yeah.
Everyone hates the Astros right
now.
now.
I think for one night that would be huge. I think it would be the response you would get from everybody not there is worth it. Like that would cancel out the response you'd get. But that has potential. Remember him and KO in Seattle?
Yeah,
that has
Seattle,
potential.
Yeah. They got to do something.
I sure as hell shoot meter on that. Where's the shoot meter? It's got to happen.
I mean, at the very least, someone on commentary will make a joke.
No, we need it to be Elias, and we need
I would love it to be Elias.
And he just and we don't want the full song. Just 3 lines. He just has to say like something 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 rhymes with cheating. Da 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 da. Houston Astros cheating. That's all it has to be. 4 lines. It doesn't have to be something complicated. Limerick.
Yeah. Any
one of those writers backstage could do it.
You'd hope.
I hope so.
Well, we'll find out.
We'll find out. Is that was that our SmackDown highlights?
Yeah, I mean, Lacey Evans was there being great.
Yeah, of course. We've got a championship match coming up this weekend.
She's getting that title shot. Yes.
Getting that title shot because, God damn it, it's going to be a long show. Let's keep adding matches onto this.
That one's worth it.
Okay, Mike, let's move on. Let's move on with ourselves. What do we got next?
I guess Monday Night Raw.
Let's get raw. Let's get raw.
That's the one. It's the longest show that's ever happened. So, of course, it's going to be the first thing we talk about because, this is the go-home show. Brock Lesnar's going to be there. They got to put their best foot forward on this one because, Brock Lesnar's coming out first in that Rumble.
Yeah, we got some title matches. We got some other stuff.
We do have some other stuff. We kick off with Seth Rollins and the AOP and Buddy Murphy looking tight in the suit there. The Monday Night Messiah.
Rollins got his new shirt, the old stained glass Jesus looking thing.
It's cool.
Yeah, he already kind of looks like Jesus, so that the Messiah thing works for him. The long hair, the beard.
Exactly. Simple transition.
Yeah, Seth, he comes out, he cuts a promo, he just kind of puts over Buddy for embracing his fate and helping them out, being such a brave guy. So him and Seth do a big hug, the opposite reaction of the best friends. And then, Owens comes out to interrupt, and his new best buddy Samoa Joe's there. So they cut a promo. They're looking for a fight. Seth weasels his way out, and Joey just calls him a lawyered up asshat. And he really liked that asshat line. He kept going back to it.
It's the new piece of merch, right? So you just bought yourself the Fiend $6,000 belt. Now get your authentic Samoa Joe ass hat.
Ass hat. All right. So Seth says, "Fine, come on down." Joe says, "Yeah, but we got some boys to help us." And he brings up the Viking Raiders, and they all just run away. But then we get a ladder match for the U.S. title. Andrade defending against Rey Mysterio. I thought this might be the main event or something because you don't get a ladder match on TV too often. This was, they said, the first one on Raw in over 13 years.
I buy it. I buy it. First ladder. Yikes! I think they should have called this one the Unbreakable Ladders match. There was a couple times there. This was brutal.
There was a couple,
This was brutal.
They went they tried to be too ambitious, I think, with certain things.
Yeah, I think a lot of these things can go kind of a couple ways sometimes. Where it's like, do you build the match around a few spots, or do you build the match around the story? And I watched this, and there was a couple that were pretty close. I don't know.
There was some, so they go in for all these crazy ladder spots during the match. Like at one point, they're both climbing, and Ray does a sunset flip, but I don't know. So they fucked up a bit. Someone jumps early, and then they both just kind of crash on the ladder. And then there's another scary-looking spot when Ray's just dangling, hanging from the belts, and he drops and supposed to do like a powerbomb Hurricane Rana thing, but he just almost lands on his neck, and it just kind of looks sloppy.
Yeah, there was one. I think it was on that sunset flip when like Rey Mysterio had his hand protecting Andrade's neck because just instinctually you could see he was like, we're not going to land this, and had to protect him.
Yeah, earlier in the match, didn't he land neck first on one of the ladders off the top rope?
Yeah, one of them went. I think one went neck first, and then there was a point where it was like, oh my god.
Yeah, another one went.
This
back
was just
first,
a little risky. You know what?
It seemed like they threw it together too quick to. I don't know, just for a TV. I don't know. Why this could have just been. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
or book it differently. It could have been entirely different. But yeah. Anyways, how does it kind of end? We get a Zelina Vega distraction.
Yeah, she climbs the ladder and she just sits right on top to block Ray, and then so Andrade gets back up. Oh yeah, they had other ladders set up horizontally at one point across the whole ring. So it was like a giant capital A. And then, so that was set up, and then Andrade hits the hammerlock DDT on Ray through the ladder. So that kind of made up for the other botches because that was an awesome spot. Mm-hmm. So Ray's dead. Andrade climbs the ladder and grabs the belt. Great match. I mean, at the end of the day, I still thought it was good, but just unfortunate. A couple of the big spots were messed up a little bit, but still could have been on a pay-per-view. They kind of just threw this away on TV.
You know what, Mike? And I got to say, go back and watch that Escalera de la Muerte.
Well, if you want to compare it to one of the best ladder matches of all time.
See, I don't know. No, it gave me the same vibe. They're doing the same spots off of the same stuff. It's just, it just felt it felt really differently. I just think that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I got.
No, after the match, Andrade goes to continue to beat Ray down until Humberto Carrillo makes his big return and makes a save. So he's back.
And I think they're gonna fight on Sunday.
For the title. He gets a title shot for coming back. So
Gets a title shot for coming back. Congratulations. It's for the same belt twice now.
Yeah.
Right. He had AJ, I think, last time.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't that happen? I forget.
Yeah, that happened for a bit. And Aleister Black beats a jobber up in like 1 second. He just runs at him.
Like smack.
Hits a black mass. There you go. And then, as promised, Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman come out for a promo. They talk about the Royal Rumble being number 1. And no man is worthy of main eventing WrestleMania. Excuse me. Against Brock Lesnar. And that's when Ricochet comes out to interrupt. So Heyman's just like, oh, man, go away. Ricochet's like, nope, I'm not afraid. I'm a superhero.
I'm a superhero.
So he
Don't
gets
you get
in
it?
the ring.
I'm a superhero.
Yeah. And, he did look pretty nice here. Looked pretty brave. He gets face-to-face. He challenges Brock to a fight right now. But Brock just laughs him off, walks past him, goes to leave. So Ricochet's like, what, you scared? So Brock gets back in, kicks him in the nuts, and says, not scared, and leaves.
Yeah, this is why Ricochet? Why Ricochet?
Well, I think now this has set up at least a brief spot for the Rumble. Ricochet's going to come out. Lesnar's going to still be in the ring, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess there's I think we have like 3. So I think there's 3 pay-per-views between this one and WrestleMania. There's the one Saudi show and 2 normal things.
There's the Elimination Chamber.
Ooh.
I think it might just be the Chamber and the Saudi show.
Who knows?
If you're not counting NXT.
Yeah, but Lesnar Ricochet in theory works. So maybe planting the seed for something else to happen.
Yeah. I mean, and if Brock, he loves working with those little guys, so it could be another
He loves
AJ Styles.
He loves working those little guys. Getting his little
those Daniel
fingers in
Bryan.
there.
Yeah, he's like, I can throw this guy across. I mean, Ricochet, who could probably do like a double backflip from a German suplex.
That'd be pretty cool.
Land on his head. So there you go. That was your Lesnar.
That's pretty cool. The only place where I don't get where things like this work would be like the casual fan thing. So like if you're tuning into Monday Night Raw, casual fan, you see Brock Lesnar, you know who he is, and then you see him just kick the shit out of this little guy, you might immediately just think to yourself like, oh, this little guy must be trash because Brock Lesnar beat him up so easily. Does that little spot make sense? That visual, and then like I don't know, the next week you see it's the same 2 guys in the ring. You might think to yourself, or the next month or whatever, you might think to yourself like, oh, clearly this guy is gonna suck because Brock Lesnar beat him up the time before. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because poor Ricochet,
Yeah, we'll see. I think he'll get some good shine in the Rumble.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah. Another 2 guys, so I'm sure we'll have a good standing in the Rumble. Randy Orton taking on Drew McIntyre. They were having a nice match going on here. Drew with his big chops killing Randy's chest.
Big old chops.
Until the OC come out and they just they attack them. No contest. So Randy and Drew work together, fight him off. But then Randy hits Drew with the RKO anyways, as he likes to do.
Classic RKO.
Classic Randy.
The classic Randy. Those Claymores are looking better and better each time. He did like a countdown thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, I don't know if I like the countdown, but I love the Claymore.
It's kind of like, I get it. It's a bomb.
Yeah.
I get it. That might be too on the nose. And this is a guy who might win the Royal Rumble.
He might.
He might.
He's one of your boys.
He might.
He's one of your top picks.
Pardon?
I know he's one of your top picks.
Top pick.
That's
a hot take. That's a hot take. We might have to.
That's a hot take.
We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait till later.
We'll get to that at the end of the show.
We'll get into that later.
The final Rumble. But yes, then the man Becky Lynch comes out. Maybe that's why she doesn't want it the women's title, because she is the man.
She's the man.
So she comes out for one last promo on Asuka and their title match on Sunday, and then she has to fight the other Kabuki warrior, Kairi Sane, who I think this might be her first TV match since she got hurt at TLC.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was wondering.
Yeah, so good to see her back in form. Asuka's, at one point in the middle of the match, Asuka just sits on top of the turnbuckle, and I don't think that's allowed, but the ref doesn't care. He just lets her sit there.
Whatever.
So Becky clocks her, knocks her off that ring post, and she ends up getting the disarmer on Kairi for the win. And then Asuka attacks her after. So still looking forward to the match.
Yeah, still going to be good. I think Kairi Sane's definitely going to shenanigan herself at ringside. You can guarantee that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
Yeah, that'll be fun. But we got another title match unannounced. The Viking Raiders defending their Raw tag titles against Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. Of course, during this match, AOP is out there and they brawl with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe, and they all fight into the crowd. So
Right, so there's a tag team within your faction, yet the other two guys.
yeah,
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I understood that properly.
it's pretty weird.
and it's not overbooked in my mind or something. So let's keep moving on. So we're getting Seth and Buddy Murphy, the high flyers of the group.
Yeah,
There we go. I don't know. What do we got?
so everyone's fighting, everyone's doing all this crazy shit. Crowd's into the Viking Raiders though. They're enjoying all their stuff.
Still good.
Murphy hits a big knee to Ivar, and then Rollins curb stomps him on the side of the ring behind the ref back. So Murphy pins him and wins the tag titles for him and Rollins.
Buddy Murphy gets the pin. That's big.
Yeah, good for him. Good for Buddy. He has a championship now, so.
This is cool. He has a championship. Seth Rollins just keeps winning that belt back and forth.
Yeah, he's won the tag with a bunch of different guys, I feel, like every year.
Jason Jordan, Dean Ambrose.
Jason Jordan, yeah, Ambrose, Reigns. I feel like there's another guy in there.
Buddy Murphy now.
I don't know. Yeah, so there you go. Probably will be like a month long, like all the other tag reigns he has.
But it is weird that the AOP.
Yeah, they'd be like, what the hell, man? What are we supposed to do?
I think they're gonna have to say something about that, right?
Yeah, because, faction rules would dictate they go for the tag titles, Buddy goes for the mid-card title, and Seth goes for the world title.
That's how the faction
That's the
works. People,
yeah.
come on.
Akam going to be like, no, man, Universal title, I'm going for it.
That's not gonna happen.
No. Akam versus Brock. I don't know.
Yeah, that's.
But, so that's a little weird, but I don't expect it to be a long title reign anyways.
Yeah, it probably won't be. It probably won't be.
Yeah, but there you go, buddy.
Way to go, bud.
But, and then, of course, the storyline we're dying for here.
Yeah.
Eric Rowan taking on Matt Hardy, who is now he's in the jobber role. He's just riding out that contract pretty much.
Yeah, he's all but released.
Yeah. So he's here. They fight a bit. Rowan goes over to the cage. He reaches in, but he didn't learn his lesson from last week because he gets bit again.
Again.
So he just winces. His hand's bleeding. He picks up the cage and slams it into the stairs a couple times in anger.
Okay, so
well. All right, give me what you got.
It can't be a thing.
Well,
we can't open that cage because then we know that Eric Rowan beat the shit out of an animal. Like, they can't make that
for
happen,
the sake
right?
of,
even if it was a rat. Even if it was a rat.
Not for this week. For this week, the cage was empty, but they can still use a live animal down the line.
No, but
just with the implication that he hurt the animal.
But I think the implication is enough.
Well, they already gave the implication. I don't know. Well, what's in there? Is it just like a knife and he's cutting himself?
I honestly don't know. That's like my shoot meter's back to it being.
Like Mojo Rawley reacted like he saw some sort of deformed creature.
Yeah, and that's when I was on Sheep Mask.
It can't be a sheep mask.
And that's the thing. Then I was off Team Sheep Mask, and now I'm just either kind of like it has to be something not real or something from the Firefly Funhouse. I think those are the only two options. Because you can beat the shit out of Ramblin' Rabbit or Mercy the Buzzard, and it's like okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
I see.
I don't know.
Man, I'm flying all over the place on this.
We
one.
wanted to. I know. So it's successful.
Oh my god, this was the most fulfilling thing of the week. I feel like I just finally getting all that out. I've been holding it in all week, Mike. I've been holding it in.
So what about the Rumbles? I imagine Rowan's going to come out to the Rumble and bring his cage. That's a lot to worry about with all that going on. He's going to have to worry about the cage at the same time.
Yes, he is announced for the Rumble. Maybe I don't know. They could play that back into it. Or really, like it was funny. Like this episode of Raw made me not like more excited for the Rumble, but made me more excited for like next week's Raw. If that made sense, like yeah, like what's in the cage is still good. I do want to see how AOP is going to react to Buddy Murphy and Seth Rollins being champ. Aleister Black is like, getting pushed with Drew McIntyre. I don't know. It's like, I'm really stoked for next week's Raw. And but like
that's a
none of
good thing.
exactly, yeah, none of these, but nothing happened made me stoked for the Rumble. So I'm gonna say Eric Rowan leaves his cage at home. For the Rumble.
I'm gonna say no.
Oh, he brings it out. He brings it out, and then maybe somebody else
brings that cage out.
puts his finger in it or something.
I don't know what's gonna happen, but that cage is gonna be there. Okay. Someone's gonna bleed, and Rowan's not gonna win the Rumble.
Like that, the ref still puts on like the gloves
yeah.
as if somebody is bleeding. Like, way to fucking play that up.
That was awesome. Yeah, good job.
Way to play that up. And like we said before, Matt Hardy's in the jobber role at this point.
Yes.
Who knows? Who knows what the deal is with that contract is? But
Dark Order.
Oh my God, Mike! You took it right from my fucking. Oh my God! I was literally just about to say, like, imagine that.
Yeah.
Christ.
Well, yeah. Apparently, he's only got like 2 or 3 months left, so they can stretch out this Dark Order leader that long and have a big reveal of Matt Hardy.
Of course, and
great.
That broken universe, and like Matt Hardy's weird self has like brought up so many people in a weird way, like Bray Wyatt, to who the Fiend is now, and even Jeff Hardy there, and the whole thing that he did when he was in TNA, that was just everyone loved it and it was super cool.
The final deletion, all that saga.
All that kind of stuff. And, the Dark Order would be sick.
Yeah, so, we're thinking the same thing.
Who knows?
Before the main event, backstage, Charlie, she interviews Mojo Rawley, the new 24/7 champion.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot
about that.
Yeah. So Mojo's here, but he's going to be a more serious champion because the Singh brothers try to sneak up and roll him, but it doesn't work. He just beats them both up. So there you go. Mojo.
Nice. Way to go, Mojo.
Yeah. But let's get to the main event.
Skip.
We've got...
I get one skip. I get one skip a week.
And I get one veto on a skip.
What? That's not how that's not how skip works.
You got to think of the listeners. They want this.
I think...
Liv Morgan. I've been waiting months for Liv Morgan.
Okay.
She's here. She's in a mixed tag match with Rusev against Lashley and Lana. I'm sorry, of course. Liv and Lana start the match. Just nice to see Liv back in the ring. That's all I care about.
Okay. So that's all we have to say, right? It was like nice seeing her back in the ring.
Yeah, she even hits Lashley at one point. She hits an Enziguri on him, and then Rusev goes for a super kick. But Rusev sucks, apparently. He just keeps losing. Lashley hits a spear and gets the win for him and Lana. So, good God, the feud continues. It's going to go to Mania at this point.
Yeah, I think we need to...
This thing's not ending before Mania.
We need to review the skip rules, I think.
I'm fine with... I don't know. I can't skip Liv Morgan. Hopefully she'll be skipping out of this angle soon, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, what if we do it in justice for her? Like... we can skip in protest of Liv Morgan being involved.
Well, we got through it. We're done with that now.
Okay, we got through it. And that was your Monday Night Raw, which is great. Did it make you more excited for the Rumble? How was this as a go home show for you?
Well, every year I'm automatically excited for the Rumble, so it doesn't matter what they do on Raw.
Oh, it truly doesn't? They could just...
Truly does not.
They could shit the bed for 3 hours and make you watch
it. No matter what,
it.
the Royal Rumble is going to be my most excited match of the year. That clock starts ticking down. You never know what's going to happen. And they've actually, there was a while, like 8 years in a row, where it was pretty shit. But then the last couple years, they've done a good job again with the Rumble.
Yes. Okay.
At least in regards to the winners. But we'll get to that. We got other shit.
We got other shit to get to, though, Mike. Is it almost time we take a break?
Yeah, we could do a break now if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's take a break, and then we come back and kick off the Wednesday Night War. Yeah. Some trivias and the Rumble preview.
Oh, yeah.
Let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Brother, yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Yeah, let's shoot. Brother, yeah.
Here.
Yeah.
Trivia. Because we're back.
Hey, Phil, can we get a buzzer? That's our editor, Phil. Our sound guy.
Yes, our producer behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Phil
behind the glass.
He's behind the glass, behind the paywall, if you know what I mean. But trivia.
Trivia. Woo! Trivia. Woo!
It's questions on questions on questions. I've got 3. Mike's got.
Let's see. I've got 4.
Oh, okay.
Wait. Yes, 4.
Sandwich me up, Michael.
All right, I'll start you off here. Of course, it's Royal Rumble weekend, so we got some Royal Rumble themed trivia.
Ooh, mine are also that theme.
Well, who knows? Who knows what'll happen here? So, all right. Of course, we know Brock Lesnar's entering at number 1 this year. But in the past, 2 men have won the Royal Rumble, starting at number 1. Who are those men? You got it?
That was one of my questions there, Mike.
Okay. So then you do know it. Why don't you tell us?
That's happened there twice, Mike. Of course. It happened to Shawn Michaels in 1995. It happened to Chris Benoit.
Who?
Wasn't that his name?
No, I know. Yeah.
Oh,
trying
shit.
to erase him.
Who?
Yeah.
Who's that?
You mean that awful murderer?
You mean yeah, we don't talk about him around here. Yeah, it happened to him in 2004.
Yes. So Rey Mysterio won from number 2, but that doesn't, for whatever reason, I mean, it's the exact same, but it's not as prestigious as winning at number 1.
Yeah, I guess so. Is he the only one at number 2 there?
There might be a couple of, I don't know. I don't have trivia questions for number 2.
Because no one remembers second.
Yeah, but sorry to steal one of your questions.
No. Well, I mean, hey, we stole.
Let me just throw another one.
We stole each other's question, right?
Yeah.
Imagine like all we have the exact same question.
Well,
I don't think that's
happen.
happened before.
What, the exact same?
I don't think
question?
we've had the exact same question. We've had similar kind of ones where it may be like specific matches were different answers, but I don't think we've ever asked ourselves the exact same question.
Yeah, so let me throw another one.
Let's hope it's happening this time.
It might happen again. Who knows? Because following up on that last one, how many men have entered at number 30 and won the Royal Rumble?
Ooh, that's okay. Entering at number 30. That's the last. That's the last spot.
Right.
That's a good one. You know what? I really don't know that answer, but I'm gonna say it hasn't.
I'll tell you, there's 3 men that won at 30.
3 men
or a woman. Not to spoil it.
Oh shit! I guess it happened to Becky Lynch last year.
No, it
didn't it?
That was I was just.
Oh shit! No, but didn't it though?
She did come out at like 29 or something.
Oh, okay, so she would have been down there at the end. I'm gonna say somebody who was getting pushed. Oh, I'm just gonna take. So it's happened to 3 people. My 3 guesses are gonna be. I think it's happened to Roman Reigns. I think it's happened to Batista, and I'm gonna say it's happened to somebody else named something. Rey Mysterio.
No.
No.
Some of them were awfully close.
No
like
across
Batista
the board.
No across the board. Rey Mysterio did come out at number 30 once, but that was not the year he won.
Okay.
If you had listened earlier, I said he won at number 2. But
that's a good point. That's a good point. I knew he come out. I knew he was the only person who I knew came out at number 30.
Yeah, it was a logical guess. I'll give it to you.
Shit.
But no, the first man ever, believe it or not, to win at number 30 was The Undertaker. In a nice.
What year was that? When did he win?
I think that was 07, 06.
Okay.
Him and Shawn Michaels were the final 2 in an amazing showdown.
Oh, that's cool.
And then the following year, John Cena, in a big surprise, came back months early from injury at number 30. Won the Royal Rumble.
Oh, is that the one when the ring is on, or like the entrance ramp is?
Yeah, it's like
facing the.
facing.
Okay, I have.
That one. I was, people hated Cena back then the way they hated Roman Reigns, but they popped for that surprise because that was one of the most genuine surprises, him coming back. Because he was scheduled to be out to miss Mania that year and everything. Everyone,
and he came back at the fucking Rumble.
Yeah,
that's
not even
cool.
Meltzer knew. No one knew.
Not even Meltzer?
Not even Meltzer knew. And then in the last one was Triple H, who entered at number 30 the year Roman Reigns, 2016, the title was on the line in the Rumble,
Oh, okay.
and Triple H came out last.
Right, and then won the title off Roman,
Yeah,
and then they had the rematch at Mania.
yeah. And also, by the way, Becky Lynch was number 28 last year.
28. There's two
Replacing
people.
Lana with her injured ankle.
Thank Christ.
Okay.
Okay. I guess
All right,
I guess
you got one?
okay, yeah, so I guess I got two questions for you here, Michael.
Okay.
First question is very first Royal Rumble. Happened in a familiar location. Where was it?
Huh.
The very
said
first.
Yeah. You said familiar, so I'm going to say Toronto.
Oh my god. We're going to edit all that out. Oh my god. No, we won't. We don't edit this show.
No, that's Phil's job.
That's Phil's job, God damn it. Oh my god. Sorry about those sneezes. Yes, like I said, it happened in a familiar location. Where was it?
I'm going to say the Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
You know what? I intended familiar. That was a great guess, and I really hope that familiar
Yeah.
location didn't throw you off too much.
It might have, because it made me directly
Would you have had a
think-
backup guess?
Well, what's this whole familiar thing all about? Maybe Texas then, if we're in Texas for this year's Rumble.
Yeah, no. Okay, maybe the
Okay.
clue. I think I made the question too haphazardly, Mike. No,
All
it
right.
didn't happen in Toronto or at Maple Leaf Gardens, but it happened at Cops Coliseum in Hamilton.
Okay, so yeah, I was thinking at least somewhere.
Yeah, you were
Canadian
close.
somewhere.
Yeah, no, that's what I intended with the familiar location. We've heard of it before. I don't know.
Yeah, Cops Coliseum. You know, I don't think they'll be doing pay-per-views there these days.
Not as far as
Is
I
it even
know.
around? I don't know who plays there. Hamilton something.
Hamilton, probably if they have an OHL team, that's probably where they play.
Yeah.
I bet like if Bare Naked Ladies are coming to town, they're playing at Cops Coliseum.
Probably.
You know.
All right. Next question for you. Which wrestlers have entered the Royal Rumble more than once in the same night?
More than once in the same night. Well, I hate to say it, Nia Jax. Are we
is-
counting her?
We are counting. She entered both the women and men's Rumble. on the
Yeah,
same
we
night.
remember. And then John Moxley is doing way better. That's all we know.
Yeah. All right. But there is another answer as well.
Somebody else. Was there somebody else who could have entered as like two people? Is there somebody who's like two people at once or something? Or you replace somebody who gets injured? Fuck.
You're on the right track.
I'm on the right track. Yeah, who's two people? I think that's the real question. Unless I don't think it was a little. It would be funny if it was Jimmy or Jay Uso or something like that, where it's like they pretended to be the other one for some sort
Yeah.
of comedy bit. Which maybe I don't know. That would be kind of funny. Because I bet a lot of people actually wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Yeah.
If you just saw one of them, you'd be like, "Yeah, that's fucking no."
Yeah. You'll just take their word for
You
it.
just have to take their word for it. That's a good point. Have you ever seen an Uso just by himself?
Well, I can pick them out,
Okay, you can pick them out. Okay, maybe not for the
Yeah.
for the casual fan.
but that's only because I watched a couple seasons of Total Divas. I was used to seeing. Yeah. I was used to seeing Jimmy all day. His face. What were we? What was? Oh yeah. It was- so a wrestler
My
who entered the
second
Rumble.
guess, and I've just been thinking about somebody who could come in as two people.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say that like Mick Foley came in as him and Mankind, or like Cactus Jack came in as two. Like some kind of combination of Mick Foley characters.
Yes, it was Mick Foley, and he did all three.
All
in
three.
one night. Cactus Jack, Mankind, and Dude Love. He could have come out a fourth time. It's just Mick Foley, I guess. But
as just normal old himself.
yeah. So I guess technically that Rumble only had
27 people, or because he would have come in as
28.
3 separate or 28.
Yeah. But whoever let that happen, it was fun. It was a fun moment. So you got that one.
A little fun thing for the crowds.
Yeah. You got another one for me?
I do have another one for you.
All right. Shoot.
This was a tough one though. They were designed to go from easier to more difficult as they went. But yeah, this is the 33rd Royal Rumble. Means there's been 32 previous Royal Rumbles. And oftentimes you think that the Royal Rumble would be the main event, but that's not always the case. Unfortunately. So my question for you is, how many times has it not been the Rumble match? How many times has the non-Rumble been the main event? It's I have four choices for you to go from. It's a pick. It's an A, B, C, or D type thing.
Okay. There's a couple that I know for sure.
There's a couple you know for sure. But okay, so first there's 10 times, 4 times, 6 times, or 14 times.
So I'm thinking it's one of the single digits, either 6 or 4. I know Undertaker, Kurt Angle, they main evented when they shouldn't have.
Guess it happens.
Yeah. Let's go with 4.
Go with 4. You were close to 6. 6 times. Oddly enough, fun fact to that too. The very first Royal Rumble was not actually headlined by the Rumble.
Yeah, the very first Rumble. There's a lot of weird things.
The very first Rumble was a 2 out of 3 falls match as the headliner. The first Rumble also only involved 20 people, and it was 33 minutes long.
Yeah, and fucking Jim Duggan is your winner.
Exactly.
And it wasn't even a pay-per-view. I think it was just,
a house show.
So a lot of weird shit. No title shot, no nothing.
Perfect. It was just...
Which perfectly it leads right into this final question here. Because, yes, the first Rumble, the first 4 Royal Rumbles were just for glory. The 5th one was the infamous 1992 Rumble where the title was on the line and Ric Flair wins. But then starting in 1993 and every year following on, the winner of the Royal Rumble receives that world title shot at WrestleMania. However, and I'm also excluding Triple H winning the title from the Rumble in this question here. So after 1993, every winner of the Rumble got a world title shot at WrestleMania, except there have been 2 people who won the Royal Rumble and did not go on to challenge for the title at WrestleMania. You know who those 2 people are?
God, I'm trying to think, like, why wouldn't you go? Like, you'd have to be injured, or, like, because that's, like, kind of the whole thing, right? Or you would have to have it already. Or, like, you would have had to got it between the Royal Rumble and Mania. And then you just have, like, a match defending it? Maybe that would count? Would that count in that hypothetical situation?
I mean, whatever it leads to, if they don't challenge for the title at WrestleMania.
They don't challenge for it. So I guess if they have it and they're putting it on the line, they're not challenging for it.
Yeah.
No, that sounds like a fun little story that they could have done. Now, who could they have involved in a fun little story like that? You know, like Hogan gets the belt before he actually challenges for it, or Stone Cold gets the belt before he actually challenges for it or something. That one's tough though. Fuck. Yeah, I'm not really. I've no real guess to base this on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say wild card. I know he's won it before. My good old friend Sheamus.
Sheamus. No, it wasn't Sheamus. One of the names you were thinking on, Stone Cold. He won 3 Rumbles, but the first one he ever won, he was actually thrown out during the match, but the officials did not see, and he snuck back in, won the match. But then the WWF president, Gorilla Monsoon, ruled that was illegal. He will not receive his title shot at WrestleMania 13, where he ended up fighting Bret Hart in that famous submission match where he passes out bleeding. Pretty much set Stone Cold on the map. So the way the dominoes fell. But yeah, he did officially win the Rumble, did not get the title shot. That ended up being Psycho Sid versus The Undertaker.
Wow.
The Undertaker won.
You know, that's some fun booking right there.
Yeah. And then the other guy who won.
Oh, there was a second one. I totally forgot.
Yeah. He's actually the only other man to win at entry number 2. That, of course, is Vince McMahon, who won the Royal Rumble that one year when he was 1999 feuding with Stone Cold. He won the Rumble, and then the following night on Raw, he renounced his title opportunity because he was just in it to fuck with Stone Cold and make sure he didn't win. But Stone Cold was the last man he eliminated, so WWF Commissioner Shawn Michaels awarded the title opportunity to the runner-up, Stone Cold, who then defeated Mr. McMahon in a steel cage match to retain his opportunity as well. And then, of course, Austin Wentz goes on to beat The Rock at WrestleMania, win the title. So that kind of makes up for the title shot he didn't get when he won the Rumble the other year.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
It all ties together.
It all ties together.
Yeah, those are just some fun. I had to make the Rumble questions. I couldn't make them too easy. Because, like, the first one, we said the same thing.
We had the same one, and I guess it would just be like, how deep do you want to go?
Yeah,
you know
I
what I'm
needed
saying?
some more obscure stuff.
Yeah.
But now you know. There we go. Some fun trivia.
That was great. Yeah, that was some fun old Rumble trivia getting us all pumped up. So let's get pumped up with our wrestling week. You know how we start off the wrestling week. We got the Wednesday Night Wars, but before that, we like to hit up the internet.
Yeah.
You know, the www dots, the ones and zeros, and see if we can find this week's Tweet of the Week champion. It's the Tweet of the Week. It's the Tweet of the Week. It's always easy to find. It's always easy to find. Great Tweet of the Week champion. Where this week, somebody tweets out at WWE Big E, please don't dance in Augusta, Georgia. It will terrify my 7-year-old. To which WWE Big E responds with, tweet me your section, row, and seat number so I can stare your child dead in the eye while I do my thing.
Yeah.
Boom.
Perfect. Perfect response.
Perfect response. I like to think that this was a parent being like super genuine and being like, my kid actually doesn't like dancing.
Or is it
I don't know. I like to think that it was like a parent
that
being very real and Big E to me just being like, fuck you.
Well, so do you think that the kid doesn't like it or the parent is
That's
like,
a good. Oh, I never thought if it was
too suggestive. His hip thrusting, his air humping.
He's always humping
his
the
tongue
air.
flicking. He's rubbing his ass. He's doing all this seductive stuff. His breasts are huge.
They are pretty damn big. I'll give him that.
They're like a quadruple D. I don't even know. Ladies, all you lady listeners out there, tell us bra talk.
How big is Pex?
What's his cup size? What would you? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, that's a great. Big E, always a funny guy.
Big E, first time Tweet of the Week champion. There you go.
First time.
I thought he. I'm looking at the list right now. I thought he would have had a win before, but apparently he did not.
Yeah, he's always had good Twitter game.
So there you go. You know, because now I have I have a nicely organized Excel sheet.
Yeah, so it's all
all
up to date, well kept.
Oh,
records.
I can constantly be referencing Wrestler of the Weeks, Shooty Award winners.
Yeah, it's only a matter of time. We'll have a Wikipedia page for this.
For all of this information, yeah. Can you just make one? How does Wikipedia work? Can you just make a page?
Yeah, I don't know if they. I don't know.
You have to know how.
I mean, you can, but they might take it down.
That's a good point. They may just take it.
The
down.
gatekeepers of the wiki.
Yeah.
But who knows? I mean, if you are, I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
Fuck them.
We'll see. But there's Big E. There's your Tweet of the Week champion, and it's about time we move on. Let's move on to the Wednesday Night Wars, because you know,
hop aboard.
Hop aboard.
Let's set sail.
Let's set sail for AEW Dynamite and the Chris Jericho Rock and Rager at Sea Part 2.
AEW. All Elite. They coming for you, Vince. Better watch out. It's too sweet.
Part 2.
Let's go.
Live. Well, not quite live. Pre-taped.
Live. Pre-taped, but it feels it's an AEW so it feels fun. Sets are different. You're on a fucking boat. This show looked hype as hell.
Yeah, I love the layout of it. How it's got like the upper deck, the lower deck. Like people are watching. Everyone's just crowded around.
The poop deck.
There's the poop deck, as it's the official term.
The
swimming pool.
The wind was going everywhere.
Yeah, it was great.
JR was wearing a Hawaiian University of Oklahoma shirt. Did you pick that one up? Even Tony Schiavone's looking good.
Yeah, they all had their Hawaiian or whatever gear on there. They're ready. They're ready for cruising. Is what they're doing.
They're ready for some cruising, and it's a great night. It's a great night because we have a lot of great stuff coming up that we were advertised. Starting off with, we're kicking off with a big tag match. We have SCU taking on Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. These guys won the opportunity last week. I think they won the number 1 contendership.
Yeah. So they're going for these tag titles here. Yeah, this was so we already talked about the layout. They had one of those nice long ramps again that everyone they switch like every other week. Sometimes it's elevated, sometimes it's not.
You never know. You never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, JR even says that the long ramp reminds him of old Maple Leaf Gardens. Nice shout out.
That was nice. I didn't get the point of reference, but I'm like shit.
Yeah,
I know
it's
that
like,
place. I've never been there, but I know it.
I think it's a grocery store now.
I'm pretty sure it's a Sobeys.
But it's a great match here. At one point, Paige jumps off the top rope into Kazarian in the crowd. People are just fighting in the crowd. They're drunk. Everyone's loving it. Unlimited booths.
I wonder.
Perfect for
you think it was an
Hangman
open bar?
I don't know.
guess if it's like a cruise, yeah, you buy the liquor package,
right?
and then you just kind of show them the bracelet.
As long as you got your bracelet, you're good.
God damn.
And this was a good match. Everyone's lots of fucking everything here. The buckshot lariats. I think he accidentally hits Omega again. Sky hits a TKO, but Paige saves the day. Kazarian launches Paige over the top rope, hits a cutter onto that ramp. That looks stiff.
Yeah, those cutters.
Not quite as bad as one point. So later on, did you hear? It sounded like someone ripped a big fart on commentary.
Really? No.
Yeah. So just in the middle of the match, you just hear like, and then it happens again later, and JR's like, by the way, that's not Tony's indigestion. That's just a cruise ship. But I think someone was farting.
What? Doing it so loudly that it would be picked up on mic.
Like it didn't sound like the ship was docked, so I don't know what was going on. But I guess he didn't catch it, but it was a funny moment.
I did not catch that. No.
I think it was a fart because JR even acknowledged it.
Well, I'll take your word for that one.
But yeah, man, this match, it went like over 20 minutes. Lots of big near falls. Omega hits like a double underhook pile driver, looking crazy. SCU hit the SCU later, but Paige and Sky, they fall backwards, break up the pins. Paige starts running wild here. He hits a pair of buckshot lariats, gets the pinfall to win the tag titles for him and Kenny. So the first ever title change.
Our first title change. It had to happen to someone.
Yeah, this was good. I like these guys. They're having a good run here. Hangman Page, he's picking up a lot of steam. The crowd's getting really into him and his cowboy shit.
He's picking up a lot of steam. He's picking up a lot of heat, though. Nobody knows what's happening. It's funny that this happened because the exact same thing happened on Raw. It's like there's the members of the Elite and the non-tag team won it, which it's just going to cause something. And there was a post-match interview with Tony Schiavone when Kenny is clearly drinking tea. They make that obvious. He has like a fucking tea bag sticking out.
Yeah.
And Hangman Page is like drinking a beer, and he's just like being a little shit to the Young Bucks, and Kenny's just like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, he's like, he's like, between title defenses, I'm gonna fight Pac again. And Page kind of like he gave a shot at the Young Bucks. He's like, oh, who would have thought we won the title before you guys?
That's what I'm saying,
or something like that. So there's the tension's there, and when they were celebrating too, like the Bucks ran out, they celebrated with Kenny, but Page just started crowd surfing and drinking beers with the fans.
He's more concerned about that.
Yeah, so he's kind of there is this separation there, and I like it. It's fun storyline.
Let's move on to the next match.
Some women's action here. We got Priscilla Kelly taking on. Did I say that right?
Yes, you did.
Okay, versus Dr. Britt Baker. Decent little match here. Baker gets a super kick, follows it up with the lockjaw for the submission win.
And then it went into this weird promo thing afterwards. Did you
the Jungle Boy thing?
No. Like Britt Baker and Tony Schiavone are in the middle of the ring.
Oh,
and then she's going off about like being a Starbucks employee, and now it was just a really weird. And they cut her off like midway through the thing. She was doing her promo, and then JR's just something like, "Oh, we got to be right back, folks."
Yeah, they cut her off even though it wasn't live. So why?
It was really
I don't know.
weird.
Yeah, I think I kind of glossed through that one because I don't know what she was like. Is she a face or a heel right now? I don't even know.
Yeah, she was healing it up.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to get the heat out there, but her hair kept getting blown in her face and like stuck to the sweat. It was a tough promo to have, and it wasn't even on live television.
Yeah.
And yeah, Priscilla Kelly, is she all elite? I didn't know that.
I guess so, right?
I guess so. Is that how that works?
She's fought before, hasn't she? I think
Well,
she's been here. I don't know.
I
would think. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Why not? They need as many women as they can get.
Yeah. No, she hasn't done any AEW things. She was at All In. I think she was in that Fatal 4-Way match. Yeah, but I think who knows?
Okay. Well, yeah, good to have her around.
Yeah. Next up, we have more tag action. 6-man tag. We have Jurassic Express taking on the Inner Circle.
Yeah, Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz representing.
This was great. Marco Stunt comes out in a little life jacket.
Yeah. Everyone loves these guys. They're
it's a lot of fun.
Marco and they're flying around these little guys. Lucha, of course, they're jumping off his shoulders. Luchasaurus gets hot tags. He starts running wild. Jake Hager's there. He takes a cheap shot, so him and Lucha just kind of brawl, fight up the ramp. And then back in the ring, Marco hits a big 450 splash on Jericho for a big near fall. Some of the crowd thought it was 3 because it was like kind of awkward the way Aubrey, she like went down on her knee, and some people thought that was part of the count, and maybe they were just drunken crews.
That's probably also it. Did you hear how loud they were singing that Chris Jericho song?
Oh yeah, when Jericho came out, that was awesome. The Judas theme.
See, that's the whole thing. The whole time
he was smiling. You could tell how he was enjoying it. He's like, man, I'm on my cruise. They're singing my song. I'm the world champion of this wrestling.
Like the whole time you're thinking to yourself like, man, this would be a lot of fun to go to. And then as soon as I heard everybody sing the song, I'm like, oh yeah, you'd be on a cruise ship with a bunch of people who listen to Fozzy. And I think that's enough. They knew, and that's enough for me to be I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the lead up. I just know the "What have I become." That's where I'd kick in with my thing.
I think I know. You could sing the melody.
I know enough. Yeah, I get by. But once that Judas. Anyways, they're having a great match back in the ring. Marco, he keeps fighting against Jericho, who eventually hits him with that Judas effect for the win. Continuing to look strong, but yeah, this was fun.
This was great. Jungle Boy is on the rise. He's getting
Jungle Jack Perry.
Boy Jack Perry.
They did a nice video piece before this match showing like the life of the man behind Jungle Boy and talking about his father and all that stuff.
And
we love Jungle
all
Boy.
That fun stuff. More matches coming up though. Joey Janela taking on MJF.
Yeah, during this match, they're fighting. Kip Sabian comes out with Joey's old girlfriend Penelope. And they're doing the Lana Lashley thing. They're just making out on the top of the ramp. So this distracts Janela. MJF hits the double cross, which he calls the crossroads. It's the same move. But, so MJF gets the win. And then afterwards, he just gets the mic, starts cutting a promo on Cody. Cody comes out, but he can't touch him. That's one of the steps. So MJF just makes fun of him. Starts making fun of his lisp. He's going there. Then he goes to give Cody the mic and just kicks it, drops it, kicks it away from him. So Cody cuts a promo. And, you're right, I can't touch you. And then the Young Bucks sneak up behind and super kick him. And then they throw him in the pool, which everyone was hyped for.
You know what? And I was hoping that someone was going to get thrown overboard. I do understand that like there probably are some legal ramifications.
Yeah. But
maybe nobody wanted to volunteer to actually. I hope they looked into it.
I'm sure someone would have.
Somebody looked into it. I'm sure Joey Janela would have done it. But it would
Moxley or Darby.
Oh
one
my
of those
God,
guys.
Darby Allin getting tossed up. Oh,
he would have coughed and dropped his way in. Just
oh
boom!
my God, Mike, don't say that to me. Oh, they have like scuba divers there ready to like fucking.
Yeah, just save them after.
Oh yeah, you could make it totally safe. It'd be just like filming a movie. I'm sure they do that shit in
dinghy,
movies all the
pick 'em
time.
up. Yeah, but not this year. We got a pool. We got a pool spot.
Next year they gotta go somewhere to build, right? We have until 2023, right? And then AEW is done.
Yeah. I'm sure these cruises will be an annual or they already announced next year they're doing another cruise, and they said it's gonna be live. It's gonna be taped live. So
yeah,
I guess they'll dock somewhere where they can have good connections and everything. They can just run a wire right onto the ship.
just one cable, just one
Just a
Cat
big cable,
6
yeah.
cable running from a modem onto the boat. And you're like, okay, here we go, guys.
All right, we're good.
All right.
No one step on that cord.
We're live.
All right.
Main event time though, because Pac is this is number one contendership match for that AEW heavyweight championship. We've got Pac taking on a mono-eyed Moxley.
Yes, the depth perception has been compromised.
Yeah, cause
So he didn't have the pirate eye patch I was hoping for, but he had more of a medical looking.
yes, it was more of an
bandage
eye
around
just
his
got
eye.
patched up.
Yeah, but he still had a patch, so it counts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're fighting here. They fight into the crowd, onto the deck, the poop deck, up the stairs, onto the other deck, back down again. At one point, Pac goes for the black arrow, but Moxley avoids it. And we can see a bit of blood coming from under his bandage. That was a good detail, whatever they did.
Yeah, that was weird. I also noticed that.
Yeah, so... And then at one point, Pac gets mad, and he just rips off the bandage, starts punching him in the eye. But there was still, like, another smaller bandage over the eye, so we didn't get to see it. I want to see, like, a big caved-in...
I want to see that man with no eyeball.
Someone get an ice cream scoop and just...
Yeah, just
it out.
pop it out. Put it right back in after the match, you know?
Yeah, we'll be fine. But yeah, so he's got the bandage on his eye, but he pulls through and he hits the paradigm shift to pick up the win and get that title shot.
It was a good looking
At
paradigm
Revolution.
shift also.
Yeah. So now a lot of the time he'll do like a regular Dirty Deeds double DDT, and then he'll pick them up and do the paradigm shift. And of course, Pac is great at selling anything, so he'll just jump straight up on his head.
I feel bad for Pac right now because he just like doesn't win, really.
And he's got the stop-start. He'll pick up a couple wins, then he'll lose the big one, and then he'll...
Yeah, and he'll pick
next
up a
week.
couple nice other big wins and then kind of lose the big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, so who knows? They need, hopefully soon we can get a mid-card title.
And because
He's the kinda guy.
and being such a good heel, it also just like never looks like he's happy.
Yeah, the bastard. He looks like an angry
You know, like you're
bastard.
sitting there going like, shit, is he happy with the way he's being booked right now? Like, I don't know, because you look so
Yeah.
pissed off at all times.
There was a couple spots, too, during the match when he was on the top rope, and I think kind of like the wind was fucking with him a little bit. He took a bit longer to do his...
Yeah, there was a
Black
lot of
Arrow,
wind
right?
at various points.
like a little shaky in. Yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, it was fun. It was a fun little cruise.
Fun. It was a
Fun
fun
to
little
watch.
cruise. And you know, we're this was the first. Wait, what am I trying to say? I don't know what I'm trying to say. My mind was going somewhere else. But yeah, let's get off the water onto dry land. I'm a little seasick right now.
Yeah. But not too far. We're still in Florida. We're still in a nice, hot area at Full Sail University.
Live at Full Sail, baby. We got NXT.
NXT, what does it mean? I don't know, but it's some good wrestling. So NXT, watch and see. Gotta tap out a count out of 1, 2, 3. So
Got NXT. We've got the Dusty Rhodes Classic continuing here, the semifinals, as the Undisputed Era takes on the Grizzled Young Vets. So yeah, this tourney continues to go well. We get another great match here. Fish and O'Reilly, they look to be in control until near the end of the match. Imperium come out. They're on the balcony, just kind of standing up there on the what's it called? What's the other word? Like the
Mezzanine.
Mezzanine, yes.
Is that the word you're looking for? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So
So they're up there. That distracts Undisputed Era. Grizzled Vets hit the ticket to Mayhem and earn a ticket to the finals. So a bit of an upset, you could say.
But no upset. The Undisputed Era doesn't lose very often. You know, they are the golden standard in NXT, and they don't lose.
Yeah, but so there you go. The distraction, a little bit of bit of an out for them.
Bit of an out for them.
Yeah.
And this is
So
also,
let's
the Grizzled Young Veterans. That's their call name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drake and
They
Gibson.
they beat those Time Splitters last week too, which Alex Shelley and Kushida. People were like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. So they're going to the finals. They're good
This
wrestlers.
is a fun little push we're getting right here, eh?
Yeah. Indeed.
What's
Let's move on to some women's stuff here. We got Toni Storm visiting here from NXT UK, taking on Io Shirai. And, of course, my women's wrestler of the year. I love Io so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's just another solid match, but we didn't get a proper finish as Bianca Belair comes out, and attacks both women. She's the number one contender. She ain't fooling around now. So Rhea Ripley comes out, brawls with Belair. But then Io hits Rhea. She's mad at everyone and hits a springboard moonsault, takes a bunch of people out. But Toni Storm takes her out with a suicide dive. So Toni stands tall, leading into her title match against Ripley at Worlds Collide this Saturday.
Yeah. It's funny. Like, everybody at Full Sail loves Io Shirai, but she has to be the heel right now. And they're cheering her on. So we may see something.
It's only a matter of time.
It's only a matter of time, I think, until they move her over. And then I think that title is on the line this weekend, actually. That NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah. Toni taking on Rhea.
So
that'll be fun.
It'll be great.
Yeah. But before that, we get Finn Balor taking on Joaquin Wilde. Balor gets the easy win here. He hits the coup de grace in the 1916. Sorry, Joaquin Phoenix. He came in looking like a power. He might win an Oscar though.
Tried looking like a Power Ranger or something. You know, he had that weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what look that was, but
Have you seen Joker?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, no, it was a great movie.
Yeah, 2019 was a good year for film.
It was.
Yes. But anyways, that's our film.
This isn't film talk, people.
I know. I could go for another 20 minutes on it. But anyways, let's get some more women's action here. Shayna Baszler taking on the hot upstart here, Shotzi Blackheart. I'm really digging Shotzi. Yeah, that green hair. I love her look, everything about her. She puts up a good little fight here. She goes for a big senton off the top rope, but Shayna avoids it, locks in the Kirifuda clutch. Shotzi tries to fight out, but she's forced to tap. But she'll live to fight another day.
Yep. Can't fight out of that. You know, it's what's Shayna Baszler doing? I don't know, but it's Rumble season. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. You know, she held the belt for a long time. She's still a staple in the business.
I think this was just her killing time this week until Sunday.
What do we have coming up next year?
We got the other semifinal match in the Dusty Road Classic. The Broserweights, Matt Riddle and Pete Dunne taking on Imperium. Riddle had a bit of a new look. He had his hair
buzzed on the sides.
Braided.
I was thinking new name for these guys could also just be joint manipulation. I think
didn't they I think they did after the match there was a promo, someone said joint manipulation and he was like, yeah, joint, bro.
See? It's always going to be funny. But either way, the Broserweights are here, and Imperium is also here. Fast-paced. A lot of great stuff back and forth.
Yeah. At one point, Dunn and Riddle hit a double spear, and then Riddle does his jackhammer, of course. Everyone's loving. Hopefully that could be something we see in the Rumble. A little Riddle Goldberg showdown.
Oh, boy, imagine that.
Yeah. So that'd be fun. But, Riddle and Dunn, they work great here. They're doing lots of good combo moves. He tags in Dunn. They hit this go-to-sleep drop kick combo. I don't know what they call it. Mm-hmm. But they get the win. So they will go on to the finals to face the Grizzled Young Vets, where they will hopefully win the Broserweights.
And is that next week? Is there
I don't know. I don't think it's on Worlds Collide.
It is not. No. Because who knows? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They haven't. I guess next week. When else?
Yeah, that's a good point. And then if you win that, then you get a tag shot. Is that how that works?
Presumably, they would.
Okay.
I mean, why not?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you get the boots, you get the trophy. But yeah, why not a tag shot?
Speaking of a title shot, let's get to our main event. Let's get to our main event because we know it's coming. We have Roderick Strong and Keith Lee. Keith Lee's going after that North American Championship.
Yes, Lee, he just continues to be super over. Crowd is chanting.
It's on a warpath. He has a cool new beard thing. It's very finely cut on the jawline.
Very nice.
Yeah, looks like a badass.
Very nicely trimmed. Yeah, so everyone's loving everything he does here. Roddy's trying to work over that leg that he injured in the previous week. And of course, Undisputed Era is on the outside of the ring trying to cause shenanigans. At one point, Roddy hits an avalanche Olympic slam on Lee. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they're going back and forth. Lee's in control. Undisputed Era jumps up on the apron, but Lee knocks them all down. Roddy nails him from behind, but Lee kicks out, and he hits the Big Bang Catastrophe and picks up the win to become the new North American champion.
The 1, 2, 3, of course, after the match, or after he leaves, Imperium shows up, beats the shit out of Undisputed Era. But this was a big moment. This was a big moment for Keith Lee. It's funny. We're doing two things right now. The Undisputed Era is falling. It's crumbling in front of our very eyes.
They're official. Yeah, it's officially, the gold. They lost a piece of that gold.
We're no longer dripped in gold. Of course, the tag champs lost just earlier on in the night.
Yeah, and if the Broserweights get the title shot or whatever, that could be next. So this could be a piece by piece crumbling of the Undisputed Era.
And something fresh in the North American title picture. Also, I mean, he's huge.
Yeah, everyone loves Lee.
Yeah, he could kind of skip that main event, and they could just pull him up to Raw or SmackDown, right? For all we know, he's coming sooner than we think.
Yeah, I don't know, but nice celebration for Lee before that interruption. He was very emotional and happy.
Yeah,
nice, good stuff.
Emotional, happy, and over as hell.
Yeah, everyone loves him. Bask in his glory.
And that was NXT. That was NXT for the week.
Yeah, that's the Wednesday night.
Another great show. Did you have a favorite show?
I don't know.
It's always tough. It's always tough. It was another great week, though.
Yeah. The wrestling I felt was pretty equal, but I think the presentation of the cruise ship
was just fun. Yeah.
Unique. Yeah.
It was just fun seeing everybody dressed like they're going to the beach.
Yeah. Well, we're still on NXT. Should we talk about Worlds Collide real quick here?
Let's power through some Worlds Collide. Of course, I think this is tomorrow night. Mike, book it for us. What's the first match of the night?
All right. So, for possibly the first time ever, we have a pre-show match on NXT.
Wow.
Mia Yim taking on NXT UK champ Kaylee Ray, but it's not for the title. So, anyways, I like Mia. Go Mia.
Like Mia, but Kaylee Ray is the champ, so she'll probably walk home with this one.
Yeah. But let's get on to the main card here, because we have the return of DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa taking on Mustache Mountain, Trent Seven and Tyler Bate. That'll just be a good barn burner. That's just going to be a fucking great tag.
Mike, I was going to say barn burner. It was just it was the exact word. Yeah, this is going to be this could be just a super hot match to open the night off.
Yeah, that's just going to be a great match.
Yeah.
You never know. Good shit. Then we get a fatal four-way for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship. Angel Garza defending against Isaiah Swerve Scott, Jordan Devlin, and Travis Banks from the UK. I think Garza can probably win. I'm good with Swerve winning, though. I don't think it's going to go to the UK.
Yeah, I wonder. That's a good point. We can't have one brand. This is kind of like a little Survivor Series type thing, right? They may have a little click counter, who's winning NXT or NXT UK.
That's a good point. They could have the little bean counter.
A little counter.
There's your Cruiserweight title match, and then we get a singles match. Finn Balor taking on Ilya Dragunov.
Someone
I've seen him once before.
Okay.
He had that good match against Cesaro at one of those takeovers.
Oh.
But, not really anything on the line here. So, the only other title match we have is the NXT Women's Championship, which will soon just be the NXT Championship.
Possibly. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, Rhea Ripley defending that belt against Toni Storm, her old rival there. I'm sure Ripley's going to retain.
I'm sure she will.
Yeah, that'll be fun, though, as well. And then the main event, the 4-on-4 8-man tag match. Every member of Imperium taking on every member of Undisputed Era. I think it's just a single fall finish here.
Yeah, I don't think it doesn't say anything about being elimination rules.
Yeah. But this kind of is like their own mini Survivor Series war game type thing.
Yeah, kind of.
The two top teams of each brand, two top factions. Mm-hmm. So that'll be fun. That'll be another fun one. I don't know who will win that one. Maybe Undisputed Era does lose that one, and that just causes more friction between the group.
I mean, God, I hate to say it, but if the Undisputed's on their way down, You know, I think that's how you'd book it. Or do we want them to kind of face adversity and then come back?
I don't know. Like if Roddy eats the pin here, and now that's 2 in a row he's lost on the team, is he the first man to get kicked out?
Are we gonna start kicking people out of the Undisputed Era? Is that what?
I don't know.
You know, I think either way, I think Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, they're gonna stick together no matter what.
Yeah, they got a good thing going.
But you know, it's only been like 2 years. Like, can't we just keep this going forever?
I'm not saying we got to break them up or anything.
Can't we just keep this going forever? But certainly, the more wins you can give to the NXT UK, the more potential eyes you could get on that show. You know, going forward.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I'm still not going to watch the weekly, but I'll be there for the next takeover in July or whatever it is.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see. But enough with that, Mike. It's the Royal Rumble.
Yes, let's get to the big stuff here. As I said, every year, even if you don't know what's going to happen or if the card looks shitty, I still get excited. But this year it actually looks pretty good. So, Mike, why don't you run us down what's happening? All right. I guess one of these matches will probably be on the pre-show. Shorty G is going to be taking on Sheamus in his big return match. I would like to see Shorty G win, but I think Sheamus is probably going to brogue kill him.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so there you go. Maybe another pre-show match potentially is Andrade defending his U.S. title against Humberto Carrillo. That'll be another fun match. Who knows? Maybe they flip the title on Humberto because they seem to like him.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see any titles changing hands this weekend. Just broadly and generally, there's... I can maybe see Lacey Evans beating Bayley.
So Bayley's defending against Lacey Evans. That one, I would love to see Lacey win. But if they hold off, either way, I think Lacey's winning the title by WrestleMania. If not here, then at WrestleMania, she can be the big baby face. Mm-hmm. Or she can win it here, and then at WrestleMania, she can have a big, grand United States entrance with the title.
And fighter jets flying overhead.
Yeah. Perfect.
You know,
and maybe she'll be in the jet and she'll parachute down.
She parachutes down into the ring.
Yeah.
Exactly. While like God Bless America.
Oh yeah, because they open WrestleMania with
with that God Bless America thing.
God Bless America,
and then she's there in full fucking salute.
Is Gloria Gaynor still alive?
I don't know who that woman is. She sung the first one.
She sung "I Will Survive."
Oh, so wait, you want that
classic '70s? I want her there
to sing. Perfect. Get her on the phone. Can we get her on the phone?
She'll start with the America thing, and then it'll just she'll start playing her hit after. She'll go into business for herself.
That's a good point. If there's one thing that I often comment about WrestleMania after the show, is like, God damn it, I wish it was 4 minutes longer.
Yes. But the feud that we don't wish was any longer. Roman Reigns taking on King Corbin in the now Falls Count Anywhere match.
Yeah, they're going to count somewhere, and Roman's probably going to win.
Yeah. And then they're both going to go in the Royal Rumble later.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he'll spear him off a stage or something
it's
like that.
It's like, why, though?
Something.
I feel like that's like you're burning two spots.
Hopefully, no more dog food.
Yeah, hopefully.
No more dog food. And then we get Becky Lynch defending her women's championship against Asuka, which, we've talked about this feud. I'm sure it's just going to be a great match where Becky finally does get the win over Asuka and go on to WrestleMania. Yeah,
it could happen, right? And I think the women's Rumble match is going to be first.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the who the hell's going to win this match comes in.
But I mean, Asuka still is the tag champ. She just hasn't had a chance to defend it last month.
Totally, yeah, with the Kairi Sane injury, and I think maybe Kairi Sane clearly recovered, but it's like, hey, we still have something good going, so let's keep that up.
Yeah,
Becky Lynch gets the win.
And
we move on.
Yes, and then the other title match here, the Universal Championship, we got The Fiend defending against Daniel Bryan in a strap match, so they'll be tied together. We'll see lots of cool stuff. But I think The Fiend will probably defend again.
Yes. I wonder if they're going to do the whole red light thing. that's hard to tell. But yeah, this is something that I don't think I've ever seen. So I'm really looking forward to what the hell this means.
I mean, Daniel Bryan, he can pull anything off. He's amazing.
And he's that technical guy, and the Fiend's is gonna have to find a way to come over that. I don't see why the Fiend has to lose right now, if ever, really.
Yeah. All right, but let's go here. The Women's Royal Rumble match. We only know 5 people so far. I mean, a lot of the picks are going to be obvious. I'm sure Natalia's going to be in there. Naomi.
Natalia's announced. Of course, we're going to get our share. Anything? So what's going on here for you in this Women's Royal Rumble?
I'm sure we're going to get some NXTs. Hopefully, Io Shirai, Bianca Belair, Candice LeRae. I'm sure Casey Catanzaro will be in there again to do
something funny.
Some ninja shit.
Yeah.
Maybe Rhea Ripley. Some legends. Lita, Beth Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Dakota Kai could be in there. Mia Yim. I'm just throwing out some names. Lana.
Technically,
Liv Morgan.
You are throwing out names. That is what you're doing.
Lana and Liv Morgan have got to be in there.
Yep.
Of course, the Iconics. They have to be in there. They can win the whole thing together. I don't care. Unfortunately, I think Nia Jax is going to be in there.
You think she's going to come back?
I think this is her big return, her large return, her obese return.
Oh, my God.
I'm sorry. I had to. But another return that won't be as bad, Ruby Riott, I think will come back here.
That's cool. Yeah, I like her. I like her.
Sorry, you got some names. I was just steamrolling there. You got any?
No, hey, well, you were steamrolling through all the people who you actually think are going to be there. Like the people, kind of rolling through the list.
I mean, there's also some super surprise.
I think if the Nia Jax thing happens, that's fine, but she can't win it.
No.
It's.
Oh yeah, I didn't even mention Shayna Baszler.
Shayna Baszler,
who I think is going to win the whole damn thing.
So you think Shayna Baszler is going to win the whole thing?
I think Shayna versus Becky is your WrestleMania title match.
No, really, that's our main event. Okay, so you see,
not main event of the pay-per-view, but
or the main event. So you see, so Shayna Baszler's going to win, and she's going to go for Becky. And Lacey Evans is going to do her own thing.
Lacey Evans
will be involved in that SmackDown belt.
Lacey, Bayley, Sasha, they'll probably still be doing their thing.
That will kind of go on until there. Any chance Ronda Rousey comes back?
That's another I could see surprise. If she did, because I mean we still never have her versus Becky is gonna happen one day, singles match.
Now, her versus Becky has to happen. I think on a different, Shayna Ronda has to happen.
Yeah. Well, I'd say
Shayna Becky has to happen. And where is Charlotte Flair in all this?
No, she's in the Rumble.
She's gonna be top 3.
Yeah. So my top picks to win, I'd say Shayna Baszler. Not who I want to win, but I think Shayna Baszler will win. I put Ronda Rousey on there. I give her a chance. And then the other two, just kind of as a backup, Sasha Banks or Lacey Evans, I could see. But yeah, other than that, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're in the ballpark for this one. I think we are in the ballpark.
I think it's gonna be fun though. I like that we only know 5 people, so a lot of the entrances will be fun little surprises.
Yeah, everything.
Even if we expect a lot of these people, it's still gonna be fun.
Everything's gonna be fun. If I had to give it to one person though, Mike, you said it before, and this is where my mind's been going. Shayna Baszler is gonna win.
Yeah, I mean she's done everything she can do in NXT. We're done with that. So and her and Becky, that's a fresh feud. It'll be fun match.
Let's keep it moving. And somebody like Ronda Rousey coming back, even let's say coming back in the Royal Rumble, she can assert herself in the main event regardless.
Yeah, she'll get a big pop.
Exactly. She doesn't need the Rumble win to kind of get herself there. Charlotte Flair's another person who can just kind of insert herself into a main event. Doesn't need the Rumble win to get herself there. But Shayna does. Shayna needs to come up from NXT and fly up the rankings, and this is it. This is her push.
I agree.
Yeah.
So Shayna Baszler. Looks like the money's on you.
Well, the shoot money, the shoot money is on you. Is on you. But let's kick over to the men's side of things. We have 25 of the 30 entrants already named, so there's very, very little wiggle room.
So I mean, of course, some years they do injury spots and people get replaced and things like that.
Of course.
But yeah, so only five spots here. we know Brock Lesnar's number one. Everything else is going to be luck of the draw.
So anyone not on the roster that you, or anyone not announced that you can see?
Well, so for the last month or so, there's been hot rumors of Edge making his official in-ring return.
You think so?
Which he has denied them very much. So of course, which anyone would. I give it a shot. I give Edge a shot. Daniel Bryan came back from retirement, so I think it's possible. John Cena, he hasn't been around. I don't think he'd win or anything, but I think he could come back and have an appearance.
Okay.
Big match, John. Goldberg, Undertaker. I think they, the typical legend spots.
Yeah, we will need a couple of them in there, even though there's not much room for anybody.
There's the long shot, of course. CM Punk. Now that he's back in the fold. The Dominic Mysterio. I want to see him out there for just a little showdown with Brock.
Yeah.
And also Dio Madden. He's
he's been gone
Brock
for a while.
took him out, so just for a little spot because he used to wrestle. And since we're in Texas, I think there was other rumors before that Booker T and Stevie Ray were going to have a tag match, but that didn't come about. So maybe they can both be in the Rumble. Okay. But that's 2 spots taken up. So I don't know.
Yeah. So you named about 10 people who you think may fill in 5
I still got more. Matt Riddle, Velveteen Dream, Jeff Hardy, Dominic Dijakovic, all these guys.
So you just want
Keith Lee.
So you want like a 60-man Rumble.
Well, no.
Ideally.
I mean, if I could take out King Corbin for some of these guys.
Oh, so you're saying you want to swap people who are currently in the Royal Rumble?
Well, one thing that's nice though, looking at the 25 that are here, there's not really any bad name. Like No Way Jose's not on here.
Titus Worldwide.
Like the B team's not on here. Like all these, like it's actually all good names.
Yes. No. Exactly. Right. We have we have the Raw Tag Champs in Aleister Black and Seth.
Who?
The Raw. Oh my God!
You said Aleister.
Oh no, the Raw Tag Champs. I thought you were doing a Chris Benoit thing again.
No, you said Aleister Black.
Did I say that? I did say that. Yeah, but you know who I meant.
I said who. I do, but I had to point it. Yeah. So yeah, you got any other big surprise spots?
My big surprise spots. No, I think it's going to be. I can see more NXT people coming back. It is funny with only like the 5 spots remaining. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. Remember, like I said earlier on the show, like this Monday Night Raw left me stoked for next week's Monday Night Raw. I do. I'm really into right now the stories that are being pushed on TV. Drew McIntyre's running to the top with this fun little babyface thing. I think he's going to Claymore somebody over the top rope. I would love to see, somebody gets thrown in there. Like Art, like he if R-Truth can just jump high enough to get himself over.
Well.
Or,
one of the cruiserweights or something.
Drake Maverick just needs to get himself high enough up that Drew McIntyre and Claymore kick him off.
Yeah. I think we'll get another, Keith Lee likes to do that big pounce spot. But I think he'll just pounce someone right over the top rope onto a crowd.
Yep.
And let's go flying.
And I think the real question is who's going to eliminate Brock Lesnar? How is that going to happen? And of course, Cain Velasquez is going to show up. Cain Velasquez is going to show up. He's still got to be relevant. However, Brock Lesnar gets eliminated is going to be huge. Because Drew McIntyre's coming for that belt, but I don't think he's going to eliminate him. And then when we come down to, I think we're going to come down to a bunch of big guys in the ring. We have our Drew McIntyres, Cain Velasquez,
Aleister Black. I think he's making the Final Four.
Possibly even, right? A guy that can make the Final Four.
I think he could even win this thing.
Who can work a long match.
He's my dark horse.
Pardon?
My black horse. Aleister Black.
Aleister Black is your black horse.
Dark horse to win the Rumble.
For the win, right? But I think whoever wins this Rumble, just given the Brock Lesnar implications, is coming after that belt. I know that'll be 2 years in a row of the Universal title, different belts.
He swapped titles, different belts,
same
guy,
show, same guy. That's weird, eh? Wow, what a difference a
but
year makes.
I do like though that this, this Rumble, it is kind of hard to put your finger on who is going to win.
Yeah, and I feel like there are implications that can go beyond everything.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's like they've built in that Brock Lesnar storyline, which is going to be a whole other thing. Like he's got Ricochet to deal with, Rey Mysterio, Dominic, all these guys that he's been,
of course, right?
And
with. What's to say, and another big body, possibly Walter. He's my Walter is my NXT guy to come over. Cain Velasquez is my surprise, and Drew McIntyre is my winner. I know I flip-flopped on Drew last year.
That's fine.
But this year, I'm going steadfast.
Yeah. This year is hard for me to pick a winner.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It could be. Yeah, I don't know.
You got
Aleister Black, dark horse.
the dark horse for the win. This is a confident move. This is a confident decision.
I'd be fine with something crazy like CM Punk or Edge coming back.
Crazier things have happened.
Even Daniel Bryan getting his Royal Rumble win that he always deserved. If he loses to The Fiend, goes on, wins the Rumble, and then beats Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania.
Either way, this is our main event, and it's going to be a great show. It's going to be a great week.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yes, that is.
I'm excited.
Oh, of course.
I'm excited for the Rumble. Get myself some pizza, some cold beer, have some fun.
Pizza, beer, and wrestling. What else?
Yeah.
What else could you need? And that's the week. That was our pay-per-view preview show. Let's just finish it off the way we always finish off our show with the Wrestler of the Week.
It's the Wrestler of the Week. Wrestler of the Week. Of the Week. Of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week. Of the Week. Of the Week. Wrestler of the Week. Of the Week. Of the Week. The Wrestler of the Week.
On 2 go-home shows, a couple title swaps. Mike, who do you have for the Wrestler of the Week?
Yeah, this one it was a bit tough because of the title changes. I wanted to give someone some rewards for their hard-fought victory here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give it to the man who keeps steamrolling his way up the ladder, Keith Lee, the glorious one, the new North American champion. He's my Wrestler of the Week.
Keith Lee. Keith Lee, Wrestler of the Week over there. I'm getting my Wrestler of the Week to a champion in his own right. He's been champion for a couple months now on my new favorite show, NWA Power. Not who you think, though. This past week, Ricky Morton was in a fucking match with Nick Aldis. His hair is whiter than snow. He is the tag team champion. The Rock and Roll Express are the NWA tag champs. And he's in the ring doing those, like... when one of them gets the pin and then the 1-2 count, then you roll over, then it's the next guy has the pin, 1-2, and then you roll back over. You kind of do that back and forth. They did it 6 times, and he's so old and just such a good worker, and I really enjoyed it. Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express, you are my Wrestler of the Week.
Attaboy, Ricky. How old is he?
How old is he? You know what? Let's see right here. 63 years old.
So possibly the oldest wrestler. 73.
No, 7 children. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That has nothing to do with. Well, actually, I'm going to double down. Way to go, Ricky Morton.
Yeah. Well, those were the rockin' 80s.
The rockin' 80s. Yeah, when things were a little wild. And there you have it. There
All right.
you have it. That was our show for the week. Remember to rate, review, like, and subscribe.
Gonna be a fun weekend. And let's root for Mitch Marner in that All-Star game, and
Fingers crossed for all of our Hut.
Andre Vasilevsky.
I
think with Vasilevsky and Marner are gonna be on the same team because they're both Atlantic.
They're both Atlantic.
If they win. That benefit both of us.
I'm betting for both of us. I'm also betting maybe we get another card or 2 and a pack in a couple hours. You never know.
1 hour away.
Oh my God! Oh my! This is just turning into a fucking
Excitement.
shell podcast, slowly and surely.
Yeah, the people like it.
The people like it. Okay, Mike. That's all the time I've got. Enjoy the Rumble this week, buddy.